Awesome. Fantastic. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I'm really excited. We're very fortunate to have Mr. William Mahan on the call today. William, I've known you for years. You are one of the best that I've ever seen at online lead generation. I know that you use KVCORE on a regular basis. So we are very, very excited for this session today. Just to give you guys a little bit of a background on William, he came to us from Keller Williams in Oklahoma City. He was a top producer, I believe, #3 in his office there, and then also was a top team with KW International. So he's been doing online lead generation for a long time. He's now been with EXP, I believe, 3 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, William. And
That's
he's
correct.
Icon every single year. So for those of you that are with EXP, you know about Icon, and that's certainly a high level of production. And he does a lot of it with online lead generation in his marketing strategies. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you, William. Thank you so much again. We truly appreciate your time today.
Absolutely, guys. Glad to be here. Glad to share this. There's a lot to unpack in KVCORE. This is one of the, so this system is compared to, I would just say one, maybe two other big, robust systems out there. You have Commissions Inc., which I use. That's what I built my business on. And you have Boomtown. Those two are the biggest all-in-one systems. And so KVCORE matches that. And so I love that. And that was one of the things that I love when I came over to EXP is that we have access to this that's included into our EXP monthly fees. And so guys, I would highly recommend you guys using this system and learning it and using it consistently, because I'm telling you, the big players out there, the teams or the big producers, they have a platform like this that they're using. You have to have a platform like this to scale. And we have it included. So I preach to my group and my team to use it. And I'm going to show you some best practices that I do. We can dive in and I could be on here for 2 hours. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I use it. And again, like Michael said, if you guys have additional questions or you want to do something more in depth, we can always set that up as well. But let's just dive into it, guys. So this is the main dashboard of KVCORE. On your left-hand side, you're going to have your different tabs, your different areas that control KVCORE. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through each tab and dive into how I use each tab. And the main thing is how I generate leads through here. I teach this, and I know I see people posting on Facebook the links that I'm teaching. But my thing is when I go through this, guys, and I show you this, it's not a one-time thing. It's about consistency, right? We've got to be consistent with our online lead gen, especially the organic online lead gen. When I'm going to show you the free way, you've got to be consistent because no one's doing it for you. Like if you pay for a KVCORE to generate leads for you, which I'll touch on that briefly. I'll show you where you can do that. They do it for you, right? So it's just all you're doing is waiting for leads to come in and convert it. What I'm going to show you is to go do it on your own, but you've got to do it consistently. And I'm going to show you that. So here's what the dashboard looks like. Right here is going to be your task. When you set tasks for the day, and I'll show that to you in the Smart CRM, your task will be here. I love the dashboard because I see everything going on with my website, with my leads. This is a snapshot right here, what's going on with every lead coming in and how they're communicating with you. So when someone responds to an automatic text, or if you send a text to the system and they respond to you, it's going to show up in your dashboard right here. You can actually go to your text tab and it'll pull up all your recent texts. Same with your emails. I don't know why this isn't pulling up here. It's not pulling up. Give it a second. There we go. So if you want to see, if you don't want to go through every single lead to see if they responded to you, just go here. It's going to be here. So this lead responded inside our database. And so what we can do here is if I want to respond to Marvin, I can either just hit respond here and it'll pull up the text thread and I can type my response and hit send. Or I can click on his name and it'll take me to Marvin's single page lead here. And we're going to get into the Smart CRM. So there's two ways to respond. There's two ways to access each lead. Guys, this is game changing here. This is a great snapshot. It keeps you organized. So your new leads are basically not necessarily a new lead that came in, but the newest leads that have responded to either text or emails. So I would highly recommend every morning you guys getting into your dashboard and seeing who is responding. Another thing it does, guys, is it shows you what properties that the leads are looking at, the most recent ones. Okay, so 13 hours ago, Renee Hollier was looking at this property. Marvin, and so Marvin is on here a few times, right? So I think I should be engaging in Marvin a lot. Marvin actually favorited a property. So what I can do here is I can look at Marvin and I can go email, call, or text. Let's just hit text. Okay, it will automatically pull the link up that like to the house that Marvin favorited. Okay, and then you can, I don't really like the first part, but I can say something like, you know, hey Marvin, it looks like you favorited this property, right? Would you like to set up a day or time to go look at it? You know, see link, you know, dot after I text it out, see link to the property, whatever, right? And then send it to them. They normally respond to that. You can email them from here. Same thing. It'll send the link to the property, and you can do your own little personal email here, text. This is a powerful tool. This dashboard, I love this dashboard. It keeps you organized. It keeps you on task of what's going on in your database. I'm telling you guys, once you start generating a ton of leads in here, you will get lost. Leads will get lost because they start going down page 2, page 3, page 4, and you'll just forget about them. This is a good way to see who is engaging in your website and stay in contact with them. Your hot leads tab, what KVCORE is going to do, again, guys, KVCORE has AI technology. It's very smart. So what it's going to do is it's going to gather the most active people on your site, whether it's texting, whether it's property views, whether it's email back and forth. It's going to gather the most active people on your site right now, and it's going to put them here. And basically it's saying, hey, you might want to reach out to these people. They're very active in your database, right? So use this, use this, use this. Also, whether this helps you or not, it tells you how many times they viewed a certain property right here. It also tells you if they've used their cell phone or their computer. Whether that helps you or not, I don't know. I like knowing that they're using their cell phone because I know if I text them, that they're already, you know, that they have a mobile, that they're using their mobile, they're on their mobile looking at things. So I'm probably going to text them a lot. If I see that they're using their computer a lot, I might email them a lot, right? So maybe use some of that in your responses by just looking at this. It has it has some live training here. This is just your dashboard, right? This is great. I also just noticed that they have a new version. I'm not going to switch it right now, but they have a new version. It looks pretty cool. I'm going to start probably switching over to the new version and diving into that. But let's stick here. So let's move on to your Smart CRM. Your Smart CRM, guys, is where all of your leads are housed. Okay, it's where everything goes into, whether you manually put it in there or you have some type of leads coming in, it's all going to go into your smart CRM. This is your bread and butter right here. This is where everyone is going to go and where you keep everyone organized. So here are your filters. Your filters are going to be able to access your statuses, okay? So when a lead comes in, it's automatically going to be in a new lead status. It's going to be blue. We can move this lead to an active lead, a client. Once we get them under contract, we can move them to contract, and we can move them to close. Do you see how this kind of goes down? I look at it as a pipeline. I want to move this client through the pipeline. So when they come in as a new lead, my goal is to contact them, have some type of communication to where I can move them to an active lead. An active lead, in my book, how I classify an active lead, I've had some type of communication with them, whether it's text, email, a phone call. They know I'm a realtor, they're a buyer. They might not be ready to buy right now. They might not be pre-approved, but they're active, meaning I've had some type of communication with them. My clients are my actual client. Like they're pre-approved, I'm showing them homes, or I have an active listing with them. They are an active client. I am going to do business with that person in the next 30 to 45 days. That's how I classify a client, okay? So I'm going to show you why it's important to move these clients through pipelines. When we go to filter here, and I do this every single day, guys, every day, I pull up my new leads. You can go right here, go to new lead, check it, and hit apply filters. Look, it filters out everyone categorized as a new lead. A new lead, these are people we have not communicated with. We have not talked to them. They haven't maybe responded to any emails or texts, but these are new leads that I want to work every single day. So to stay organized, and again, if you want to build a business around a scalable business, you got to be organized, right? So these are the leads that I want to work every single day. I want to go in every morning and filter out just my new leads, and I want to see how I can move them in the pipeline, okay? So let's take it a step further. If you want to see what Janice is doing, we can open up her lead, okay? In this lead, you have a few things over here. You have an area where you can move them, their phone number, email, all that good stuff. But let me show you some good practices, because this is what this is about, is good practices instead of the small details. Good practices. Go in here and you can open it up and see what Janice viewed. I want to know what she viewed, what she looked at. It's going to help me with my communications. In here, we can text or email. Highly recommend we just go ahead and we text or email just like we can in the dashboard, but we can also do it in the individual lead. Here's another thing, guys, notes. I add a lot of notes. So if I talk to Janice, right, today, talk to sending to lender. I can pin this to the top and hit save, and it's going to pin it to the top. What's that going to do for me? Well, it's going to keep me organized. Remember, organization is key with databases. When I scroll through and I don't remember what the last thing I talked to Janice about, if you create a note and you pin it to the top, it's always going to stay right here. You don't have to scroll through and down here in your dashboard and your timeline to see. I always set up alerts. So that's why I always want to see what Janice viewed, how she came into my database. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Southwest Oklahoma City. I'm going to take the zip code. I'm going to take a price range, and I'm going to go just automatically build her an alert, right? So when I come in here, I'm going to put in the same zip code or the same area. I'm going to put a price range in. It was 65,000, so I might do like 60,000 to, I don't know, let's say 100,000, right? And then I'm going to put in the area. She was looking in Oklahoma City. So you can put in Oklahoma City, or you can draw on the map. So if I know that she was looking at Southwest 46, I can go in here to the south side of Oklahoma City right here. And if I know she's looking in this area, I can just maybe just do this. Hit apply selection, 60 to 100,000. I drew my map. And then I can hit save and send. Do multiple alerts, right? So I do that. Again, I just want to continue to drip these clients. I want to continue to stay in front of them. The best way you can stay in front of somebody is send them properties, send them something they want to look at. Everyone likes looking at real estate. They came in looking at real estate, so send them real estate. Let's go back into filters, because I think it's the most important area to stay organized. So again, new lead, I can filter out just my active leads. I can filter out my clients. I can filter out 2 at a time if I want to. If I want to go active and client, I can do that as well. And it'll filter out client active. Here you go. So in your filters, you also can filter down by a lot of other things. You can filter by buyer, seller. We do that a lot as well. You can filter out by behavior. Another thing that I'm going to show you, this is why this is good. Has alerts, no alerts, has market reports, has no market reports, does not have a campaign running, guys. This is good. So if you want to see who doesn't have a campaign running, because we want to set a campaign, we're going to go in that, like to that in a second. You can just filter out everyone who does not have a campaign, and then we can do a mass campaign ad. So I just check this box. Again, we do this a lot. We want to continue to stay in front of people. So these are everyone that does not have a campaign. So I don't want to send someone a campaign I'm working with, so I'll go new lead, does not have a campaign running, apply filter. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to go to rows 100. I want 100 people here. That's the most you can. I'm going to do check all, more actions, and I'm going to add a campaign. What a campaign is, I'm going to go through it in a second. It's an auto text, auto drip, video. There's so much stuff in it. But if I want to do a buyer nurture campaign to these people, I'll click this, buyer nurture campaign, add campaign. What this just did, it added a buyer nurture campaign to these 100 people by just one click of a button. One click of a button. Another thing that we can do is we can mass text and mass email. So if I want to pull up all my new leads and I want to send 100 people a mass text, I can do that. So you just go check all, mass text. And right here, guys, we have canned responses. So you can go through here and you can find buyer, been a while. Click on it, read it. Hey, hi, first name. It's been quite some time since you initially contacted me. Do you want to reconnect and check about real estate search? Sounds pretty good. There's so many in here that you can choose that are already in here, or you can write your own. Okay, so I can use one of these. Been trying to reach you. This is a good one, right? So I can send that one out to them right now on the mass text, or you can just create your own. Okay, you can create your own. You can also do that through email. There's canned responses here, still in the market, or you can type your own, and then you just hit send, and it'll send to everybody. Use this, guys. I teach this a lot because you will start getting blown up by people. But guess what? It's okay, because guess where all that communication is going to go? Into your dashboard up here. So when I send that mass text and mass email and people start texting me back, I'm going to stay organized because I'm going to be in my dashboard every morning or every day. And all those text response that they're going to either say no or yes or whatever is going to be in my dashboard right here. So when they look, I've already got responses back a few seconds ago. No thanks. That's fine, right? But it's all going to be right here, and I can respond as they come in. I can wait and maybe do it once or twice a day in the morning or afternoon, start responding to these people. But this is called engagement. This is how you engage your leads. This is how you stay in front of your leads. I know Micah has some training. There's other training out there in terms of like the actual details of the overview. I'm just showing you my best practices and how we try to convert leads and bring them to life, the old stuff and the new stuff that hasn't responded. So right here in your columns, you can basically check any of these and it'll show up here. However you want to organize your CRM. But this is your CRM, guys. Use it. Use your filters and be in it every single day. Let's move on to listings because I got a few other in-depth things I want to get to, and I know I don't want to run out of time. So listings, guys, this is how we generate leads organically, okay? This is one of the ways. I'm going to show you a few ways. This is one of them. Let's just say that we want to market people, buyers in Edmond. So I can type in Edmond right here, and it's going to pull up all the Edmond listings. But what I want to do is I want to go in here and I want to check agency listings under your filter, hit apply filters, because this is just going to pull up EXP listings. Be careful about sharing listings outside of EXP. Some realtors for some reason kind of get a little bent out of shape about that. If it's my listing, guys, share it away. I want as much exposure as possible. But if you go to agency listings, we can be safe on sharing these listings. So if I want to find a price range to target buyers, right here, I go to Edmond. I pull up all the listings that EXP has, all of our agents have in here. Let's just use Heidi. I know Todd or Heidi probably wouldn't be mad at all if you shared one of their listings. So go here, and you're going to click on the property, and you're going to pull it up. At this point, this send via email, there's going to be 3 dots right here. We can click on this, and there's a few different things we can do right here. It's awesome. We can post this property straight to Facebook. So we're going to post to Facebook. And what it's going to do is it's going to create this little link right here, and it's going to be your link back to your back end. And you're going to say something like, check out this, property in Edmond for, how do you spell it? For under 150,000, I think it was. Emojis, eyes, something, right, to draw their attention. When they click on this link, it's going to take them to your back end website. Okay, it's going to take them to your back end website, and it's going to make them register. I'm going to show you how the forced registration works in a second. It's going to make them register, and then it's going to create a lead in your smart CRM. Okay, so we want to open up properties, post to Facebook, make some cool post with a bunch of emojis if you're an emoji person, and try to get them to click on that link. You can also post to Craigslist, Pinterest. You can post to any site right here. Boost property. This is another lead generation that I want to show you guys because I do this a lot and we get a ton of leads off of them. So it's going to cost you some money, but it's not a lot. So you can run an ad for 3 days. And what that's going to do is if you click here, it's going to create a Facebook. It's going to create an ad for you on this property. All you got to do is just put your billing info in there, and you're going to probably get, you know, on this listing in Edmond for this price range, you might get 50 or 60 leads. The average maybe 20 to 40 leads in 3 days that you're going to get, and you're going to get phone number and email. So when you post this, what this property boost is going to do is it's going to create this ad. It's going to run it for you. It's going to try to draw people into your website, and then you're going to get leads into your database on that. I will show you an example of how that works. So if I posted that property, a lead's going to come into my database. Sorry, I was on the wrong one. A lead's going to come into my database, into my smart CRM. And it's going to come into here, and it's going to have the source property boost. When you click on this, guys, it gives you their phone number and email. It does a really good job of generating quality info for you. It's also going to show you which property that they came in on. Okay, this is a very good lead gen, online lead gen for a small cost. There's no monthly budget for it. There's no monthly commitment. It's just a one-time deal. As you can see, this Bitter Creek home that I ran this ad on, these are all the leads that I got off of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's probably about 25 leads in here on $45. That's a good rate of return. There's a couple in here. There's actually a lot more. There's probably 30 or 40 leads that I got off this property boost off of $45, right? And what do? If we don't get them immediately, that's okay. They're in our database, and what are we going to do? We're going to mass text, mass email. We're going to continue to have property alerts going for them. The more people you have in your database to nurture, the better. Okay. So I just showed you 2 ways to generate leads, one organically free and one at a very, very, very low cost. And the way you get to it is your listings section. You want to make sure that you go to agency listings. That's all our EXP. Search the area that you want to work. If you're in more, you can pull up your more leads. Click on the property. And you go here, post to Facebook, post to Twitter, or you can boost the property. Okay. So let's move on. In this section real quick, also guys, you can find a property. If you're searching, you're like, hey, I have a buyer for this inside here. You can text the buyer in your database this listing. You'll just search for the lead here. Steven in here. Yeah. And then I can send that property to an individual person as well. Here's your property boost where you can go into and you can create a new one here. I just want to show you really fast my property boost. So I'm averaging $2 a lead, guys. So out of 14 ads I ran this year, since January, I ran 14 ads. I got 315 leads at a $2 per lead cost. I mean, you can't beat that. I don't know there's any lead source out there other than posting free organic leads that you're going to get for $2. And we're getting names and emails. So when we talk about online lead gen and using KVCORE and using the bells and whistles and everything it has into it, in my personal opinion, Property Boost is my number one go-to for low cost lead gen. Your next tab down here is going to be Marketing Autopilot. So I just showed you how to generate leads into your CRM, right? Now what? They go into your CRM. We've got to create up campaigns. And campaigns are basically what we call a drip email, drip text, or drips, right? So they come in and we can create a campaign specific to whatever leads that we're generating for. So as you see, I have realtor.com campaigns. I have seller campaigns. Here's my Property Boost campaign, Google lead campaign. You can set up new campaigns for every lead source. So let's look and see what that is. My Property Boost ad campaign. So if you run a Property Boost, a lead comes in. When a lead comes in, I want to talk to them immediately. And I want the system to do it, but I want the system to do it on what I want them to say. So what I've done is I've created a 7-day, I call it a 7-day of pain. I want to hit them for 7 days straight, text, email, text, email, text, email, and call. So what's going to happen is when a lead first comes in, it's going to get a text. Hi, thanks for checking out property info on our website just now. Are you looking to buy, sell, or just browsing? They're going to respond to that. Most people say just browsing. It's fine. But at least leaves an open-ended question for them to respond. After that, 15 minutes later, it's going to send them an email. And then it's going to continue to drip them. And I've set up these texts and emails, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second, but I've set them up where it's exactly what I want to say, whether it's that first day, second day, or third day, and it's going to just automatically send that to them. So when I'm out on listing appointments or showing properties or trying to create or write a contract, the system is working in the back end to help convert the leads for me. We can really get into depth on how to set all this up, but this is what the campaigns look like. Yes, I want to close. You have a campaign library in here, and there's default campaigns already set up for you guys. So if you want to set up a default buyer just to get going, there's 6 touches on here. I would try to get one that has, a lot of touches on it, but we can add to the touches as well. But this default, all you gotta do is just add it to my library, and it just added it to my library right here. And then I can go in here and open it up and see what's going on. Okay, so it has touches from day 1 to 100, but there's not a whole lot of them. And you can go in here and just start seeing what it has. And then from here, we can just add an action. So I can go in here and I can just add SMS, which is text. Okay, and I'll just do day 2 text, because I don't think there was one. I want to hit them on day 2. If I don't know what to say, and there's a lot of people out there, especially if you're new, the biggest thing is, what do I say? I don't know what to say. Well, you don't have to know what to say, because just go in here and find a buyer, and just start opening these up. Okay. The properties I've been sending you, has anything seen that interests you? If no, I'll adjust the settings. This isn't bad, right? This isn't bad. This is a good day 2 or day 3 text. So what you do is you can just, and don't worry about the content or if it sounds perfect. All you want to do is just send something to them, something to get them to respond. So you can go days. So this is your time unit, minutes, hours, or days. So if I want to send this day 3. I can hit days, go down here to 3. Now I just set this to go out on day 3. You hit add, and it adds day 3. Okay, it'll add it. I put day 2 text, but day 3 text, and it'll add it right there. Okay, and then you can just start building out your campaign. Text, email, text, email. I don't know what to say. No problem. Just go to your templates, add it. Okay, go here to day 4, hit add. Day 4 email. Hit add. There's your day 4 email. Look at this. I'm starting to build out my days. Now, if you don't want to do anything this week, go to day 14 or day 10 and just start building it out. Add action. Email, text, email, text, email, text, right? Put you a task in there. It'll alert you on a task to call. This is how easily, guys, you can just build out a template that's already set for you, okay? And then just build that out. What you're gonna wanna do is when the lead is new, that's all you wanna do there for a new lead. This is if you're building something specific. So if I was building a realtor.com lead, I can do when lead is new from realtor.com. Or you don't have to put anything in there, and you can just do when the lead is new, period. You hit next, there's your buyer, next. You can rename this. Google buyer, I already have one, but I'll just do one. Always run yes, lock no, hit next, and you're done. You want to make sure that the campaign's always move to active, and you're done. So when you go back now to your campaigns, this is going to show up in my campaign library now. Google Buyer 1 right here. The status is yes, active. I have 8 touches, and I can build on that if I want to, right? Now, let's just say you get to a point where you're like, I want to start creating my own templates. I want to start creating my own texts and emails to send out to these people. You can do it. So we can go over here to templates, okay? Add template. I want to add an SMS template. I want it to say buyer, always name it buyer, seller, so you can, like when you do your drop downs, you can always find it easier. Buyer, day 3 text, or buyer update, right, question mark. So then you can say, hi, I have been sending you properties over the last week. Blah, 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 whatever you want to say, right? So this might be buyer, week 2 text. Now, that tells you this could be a day, day 14 text in your drip, because I've been sending you updates on the property last week. Would you like to go take a look at them? So now when you're building your campaigns, you have a text that's based on that week. But this is how you add your own text. This is how you add your own emails. Okay. And then you just build them out yourself. The emails are cool because you can actually put in links right here. You can put in a link. So I like the email ones. Most people respond to text, but you can add your template, okay? And so this is how you add templates. Right here. This is how you add templates. So you just clone it. This is a template that I built. Any updates? Right here, right? Then in your libraries, once you build your own, in your libraries, when you go to add campaign or add a touch, when you go add action and you go to SMS, the templates that you build out are going to be in here. That's why I always say label them buyer dash, seller dash. It's just easier to find, but they're going to be in here. Okay, this is a buyer wake up first text. It's something that I put together. So as you can see, I made this as a template, and now it's just always in my template dropdown. And so I always have it now, and I can build them into my campaigns. Okay. Also, the templates are going to be, remember in your smart CRM where I said do your mass text, mass email, and they have your template drop downs. Those templates that you build will be in that as well. So once you kind of get comfortable with speaking to buyers and sellers and scripts, learning your scripts, knowing what to say, start building your own templates. This is a good way to communicate to people how you want to communicate, how you sound. Because the way I sound and the way, I don't know, Micah sounds or Charisma sounds or Paige sounds is completely different, right? Or Todd, completely different. We speak differently to our clients, which is a good thing. We all don't sound the same. So create messaging around how you sound. Sorry. Okay, so that's campaigns. Again, if you want to dive more into campaigns and get creative with them, we can definitely set up a time, reach out to Mike or myself, and we can set up a time to dive into campaigns. But marketing autopilot, this is where you're going to find your campaigns. This is how you're going to build them. This is how you're going to set them up. Let's go down to lead engine. This is the last biggest thing I want to show you guys. Lead engine. So I showed you how to go to your listings, and I showed you how to create organic leads by posting to Facebook and also your property boost. This is another good organic way. It's called a squeeze page. This is going to be a little bit different. We're going to squeeze someone into what we want them to see. So let's do area again. Let's do more. Okay. If I want to post something on Facebook to draw someone in real estate, there's a couple keywords, and the keywords are going to be down here in your options. I like, because it's in our MLS, open houses and just listed. Those are my two favorite. Let's just do open house. So you're going to go to open house. Your source, I just do squeeze. So you know when it goes into your CRM where it came from. Now, property views. This is important. When they click on the link, how many properties are you going to allow them to look at before you make them register? The default's 2. I would say at least 2 or 3. If you do it immediate, they're probably not going to do it. But if you give them a few houses to look at, you're going to want them to, they're going to want to continue to keep looking at homes. So you want to at least do 2 or 3. Let's just do 2. And what you're going to do is you're going to hit generate link. Okay. You're going to go right here and copy it. Copy it here, hit your clipboard copy. And then you're going to go to your Facebook. And you're going to paste this link in your Facebook right here. And you're going to say something like, check out all of the open houses this weekend and more. Okay. something like that. Emojis, make it attractable, make it cool, and you're going to post it. Okay. When they click on this link, it's going to take them exactly where you told them you were taking them. That's the cool thing. It's not like a bait and switch. It's not look at the open houses and it takes them to your website. It takes them to your website, but it actually takes them to just the open houses going on and more. It's going to take them here. For some reason, my internet's running slow here. But all the open houses are going to pull up. They're going to pull up here, and it's going to allow them to start looking at them. When they click on them, once they click on that third house, it's going to make them register. Once they register, it's going to go into your KVCORE account. So I am a fan of open houses, and I'm a fan of the just listed. So when you do this, it's going to pull, you can generate another link. When you generate this link, it's going to pull just the open houses, or I'm sorry, just the just listeds here. So what I like to do is maybe like Monday or Tuesday, do a just listed squeeze page. And then on Thursday or Friday, do your open house squeeze page. Those are just two different ways each week that you can post to help generate free organic leads. Squeeze pages are a really good way because it's just a different way to post something other than look at this one home or look at this, look at this, look at this. This is, hey, check out what's going on. Check out all the just listed. Check out what's going on this weekend with the open houses. There's a bunch of them in here though that you can choose from. I just know our MLS pulls just listed and open houses. Golf course, they would have to input it in the MLS in order to pull certain things in here. So for me, I would just use just listed or open houses. Those are two really good ones. And then post it. And then it's going to go into your KVCORE. Landing pages, this is another one that you can use. So you can go in here. And what it's going to do is you want to do lead generation, lead type. If you want to do buyer, seller, we can do seller, okay? And you hit save. And what that's going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to copy this and you're going to post it in your Facebook link. And you're going to say, who wants updates of their local, who wants updates in their local area, who wants real estate updates, something like that. You can read these and maybe get some buzzwords. But when they click on it, it's going to pull this up for them. And they can put their info in and they can hit see list now. And it's going to send them a list of properties. What it's also going to do is it's also going to redirect them to your website. And they can start looking on your website and hopefully generate leads that way. Now, how do you generate leads when they click on your website? I'm getting ready to show you how. We have about 8 minutes left. When you go to Web and IDX, there's two more things I'm going to show you guys. You go to Edit Settings right here. I'm in Colts. I don't know how I got in Colts. But you go to Edit Settings and scroll down to right here, okay? There's a few things you can do. You can mandate phone number, meaning when they register, the only way they can keep on going is if they put their phone number in. If they don't want to put their phone number in, then they can't keep on going with the registration, okay? It's up to you, however you want to do that. I'd much rather have an email and no phone number than nothing at all. So sometimes they'll just put a 55555 in or something like that. But you can do that, hit save. Here we go. Forced lead registration. Okay, normal, which is prompt required registration after one property view. That's the normal. Required registration after specified number of properties. So I can do 2, 3. That means when they're on, like on my website, I'll give them a few properties to look at, but after that, I wanna prompt them and make them register. It's totally up to you, however you want to do this. Don't ask website visitors to register. I wouldn't do that. Prompt registration, but do not require visitors to register. So it'll prompt it, but it won't require them to do that, okay? The only reason I would ever switch to this is if I was posting one of my own listings as a brand new listing, check this out. I'm not really worried about generating leads on it. I just want to have a good client or you know, someone to click on it to really just look at my listing. I might do this. But if you're posting stuff to generate leads, you might want to do just the normal after one property view, make them register. But this is where you change that. So all the posting to Facebook, all the links, all of the squeeze pages, all of those things that I was showing you to post on Facebook, this is where you change the registration once they click on that to how many views you want them to look at before it makes them register. This is where it is. So it's going to be under web and IDX, and it's going to be under edit. Marketplace. This is the last thing I'm going to show you guys. This is where all your add-ons are, guys. This is where you can do Facebook leads. It's $250 minimum a month, and it'll probably give you 50 or 60 Facebook leads. There's Google leads. There's all kinds of stuff in here that you can add on to help your business, to help grow your business and scale your business. Again, Property Boost. That's probably our main lead source. And this is the reason why. $2 a lead. I mean, you can't really beat it, you know? You can't really beat it. So that's my main source right there, is the Property Boost. So Micah, are you still on? Yeah. That's it, guys. If you guys want to dive deeper into this, definitely reach out to us. I can do something a lot more in depth. But as you see, guys, I've been talking for an hour, and I've just really scratched the surface on this. So I'm done. Paige or Micah, if you guys want to hop in here. If not, then I have completed the KVCORE training.